today, as always, we're going to have a very exciting interview, one that is going to engage your thoughts. He's a man in the fashion industry. Very soon, I'll be introducing him to you, right after the break. Are you looking for where to invest your money for the best return? Hebron is a forex fund management company which trades on the biggest markets in the world, the forex market. At Hebron, we make sound analysis of the markets and trade.
Our offer, My Share Account, a pooled fund which offers you 5% monthly return on your invested amount. Multi-account manager account. This is a managed account which gives you full control over your funds and offers you up to 10% monthly return on invested capital.
So get on board and discover the amazing returns the forex market has to offer. Hebron.
We promise, we deliver.
Simbin's Furniture Clearance Sale has started. Buy any 2 rooms and get 1 executive swivel chair for free. Save from 35% to 50% on selected items. For living room top grain leather package, you get 1 to 3 seater, 1 to 2 seater, 1 armchair, 1 center table, 2 coffee tables, 2 table lamps, and 1 free area rack. Bedroom package comes with Sealy Posturepedic mattress, the best in the world. Available are Swarovski crystal chandeliers and beautiful, unique decorative items. For your beautiful furniture with quality, style, and uniqueness, see Simbins first. Contact us 0244 667 790 or 0302 764 175. All right, as I said, we are going to do fashion today, and a peculiar kind of fashion. I'm very excited about my interview today because I had lots and lots of people recommend him to me. They said this guy is doing something awesome and I should definitely have him on his show. So I'm glad, very glad to have on my show today the CEO, founder of Real People's Company. He'll be telling us very soon, he will be telling us very soon what he deals in, and I'm sure you are going to be awestruck by what they do. The CEO, Paul Kweku Akrofi.
Yes.
Nice to have you on my show.
Thank you. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
You can't imagine the number of people who have recommended, you to me. They're like, I'm supposed to have you on the show because you're doing something awesome. Do you have that feeling that you're doing something awesome? You're doing something unique?
Well, I think initially that was the goal we set out with. But with every endeavor, with time, you get used to it, and then you start thinking, well, it's not that outrageous any longer. But yes, we keep on getting that all the time, and so it reminds us that we're doing something unique, and we're excited about it.
So, Real People's Company, how real are you?
How real I am? I'm as real as it gets. when we say that, when we say real, we're basically talking about people who are true to their passions. You understand? I've stuck with RPC and the idea for RPC for almost 9 years now, including my team members. We've doubled in different phases of it, learned lessons along the way, but we still pursued it up to now. And a couple of friends that we have who are also in entrepreneurial ventures, we've seen how they've grown over the years and stay true to their passions. And we think that's real. You have to be real to what you love, and that's the only way you get inner satisfaction. And so we wanted to create a company and a brand and products to fit that target group, that demographic.
All right. So I'm getting 2 things here. Are you saying that people are not real enough, or you're encouraging people to be more real?
We're encouraging people to be more real, and we're identifying and highlighting people like that, And basically, we're saying, look at us, okay, in the environment that we are. And with what we are trying to do, with how long we've been trying to do it, you can do it.
Okay, I think you are wondering, what they do. So tell us, what does Real People's Company, a nice name, by the way, what do you guys do?
Well, simply, we design and build bags. It's a lot more than that because we do other accessories, leather accessories, associated leather accessories, and we're virtually a product design company. Yes, but for now, we're starting with bags because that's what we have a good grasp on, and we're trying to perfect it and then move on to other things.
You design bags?
Yes, we
Why
design
bags?
and build bags. Why bags? Like I'm saying, we're a design company, like we're a product design company, and we have a lot of interest in different areas, but for now, it's bags that we have a passion in. And we've taken that aspect and we're developing it, and we love bags. Let me just say, everybody carries a bag. You understand?
There's demand for it.
Yes, there is demand for it. There's demand for it. It's a thing. You hardly ever think of how important a bag is to you until you have to go somewhere, you have to carry something. You're like, snap, I need a bag, So it's something that came naturally to us also, because when we started the company, we decided to do bags. We're back in high school, and back in school, you're either making, you can't wear colored because we're in a boarding school, so we decided, what can we do that we'll sell, and it was backpacks. So we started making bags, and we stuck with it, for now, and we're refining it. D&D.
All right, I'm going to go back because I'm very excited about what you guys do with bags, because it's unique. The first time I saw it, when I was recommended by people to look out for you, I'm like, wow. I mean, is this done in Ghana here? And I was just blown away. But even before we get into the intricacies of it and how you came about the idea, the concept, and the design, and all that, who if I should ask you who you are, who is Paul Kweku Akrofi? How would you describe yourself?
Paul Kweku Akrofi he's a simple guy. He's a passionate guy. He's a creative. No, I wouldn't describe. No, I'm not. I'm not. Let's just say I have confidence in my taste, and that translates across to my designs. I never make something I'm not proud of. That's one of the hallmarks of what we are trying to do. We will never make something we can't use ourselves, and so that carries across in everything we are trying to do. But Paul he's a design person. He's a creative person.
Do you have a designing background?
Actually, no, I don't. Everything I know about design, I've had to learn over time on my own, and I've had to constantly perfect it through trial and error, and through surrounding myself with creative people. That's one of the things I've realized has been invaluable to me. Getting opinions from people who are in the industry, reading a lot about people and what they're doing, and getting advice. That's the way to grow. Self-education. It's
so, what is your background?
I actually studied IT. Yeah, so I did computer science. I studied IT, but I in my final year I decided to major in multimedia. So so that's what helped me a bit, because I realized I could have done database management, or learn to go into programming, etc. But I didn't have a natural desire for those things and passion in those areas. And I said, I love designing. I've always been designing for as long as I can remember. Trying to learn the software or that software on my own. So why not, apply the IT in an area where I can apply creativity to? And it was multimedia, so that came.
So where did you school?
I went to Methodist University College. Prior to that, I went to Infant Swim School, which is where our PC started.
Oh, really?
Yes.
The bags. Well, who inspired you? Were you inspired by the likes of PKOG, because he was doing bags?
Yes,
PKOG was a hit at that time.
Yes, true. Yes, during that time, PKOG was a hit. There were MKOG was around. Those were there. But they were making mainly T-shirts, and they were making string bags and stuff.
Yes.
And true to our nature, the team decided to step it up to the next level. So we decided to go a little further than string bags. So we're actually making proper backpacks back in high school. And that was what actually.
So I'm trying to get into your head now.
Yeah.
Somewhere in high school now, and thinking of coming up with something, and you think of bags of all things, and I'm like, okay, so how did you set up a team, and where did you get the materials? How did you do the sewing to actually come up with the product?
Yeah, actually, it was. I think how it all happened was pretty interesting. I was sketching in school. I drew a lot, so I had a friend, and he was like, why don't we do something with your drawings? There was this competition that was going around. There was this book, and basically, guys were drawing it, and we'll go around all the classes, and everyone's trying to outdo themselves.
Did you do visual arts in school?
No, I didn't. I actually did. I did building construction in school, but the book was going around, and so let's say my drawings were catching attention. You understand? It's pretty good. And my guy was like, it's not just doing this for the fun of it.
What were you drawing at that time? What?
Oh, back then, it was high school. So you're drawing, You're drawing...
Models.
Exactly. No, not really. You're drawing action figures. Okay. You're drawing ninjas. You're drawing rappers. You're doing portraits.
Sure.
Exactly, yeah. So that's what we were doing. And my guy was like, let's try and make something useful out of this. And I'd never really thought about it to that level. So I'm like, okay, all right, let's try it. So basically, my friend was like, this is great. Let's do something with it. And I never really thought about it to that level before. And he does print it. So he decided to print a T-shirt. You understand? And it was a hit. To my genuine surprise.
So you designed a T-shirt and he printed it?
Yeah, I designed a T-shirt and he printed it. And it was a hit. To my genuine surprise, and guys were asking for it. But then I realized that the issue was they could only use it during entertainment in school because they couldn't wear it during a normal prep time. So like, what else can we do that would be more prevalent around? We thought, let's make bags.
Was it the prevalence or the demand and the money aspect? Because then
T-shirts
will be limited, but the bags you get so many people and more money.
Yeah, like I'm saying.
At that time, what I want to get into at that time.
I don't understand.
Well, you wanted to be known.
Well, yes. Well, you see, the thing was, you have to think of, we're just a couple of young guys in SS. We're trying to get a little attention. We just done something on the spur of the moment and at work. Let's capitalize on this. Maybe this can be big. So we're like, look, let's do bags because a lot more people can buy bags because it's students. They can use it regularly. You get it. And so we made that. We made a couple. First, actually, I did some designs. We came home during the vacation. We had that made. It was embroidery. We decided to make embroidery on our bags, and then they were flat packs. What we noticed back then was that students were turning their backpacks around because they didn't want it to look bulky behind them. So they would turn it and then they'll strap it behind. Yeah. Okay, they're trying to say something, so let's figure it out. So we made a flat pack, and it was square. It was pretty flat, and it was really good. We put African material on it, and at that time, it hadn't started. The craze hadn't started. So people were intrigued. Like,
do you have pictures of those bags you made initially?
Yes, we actually
do, right?
Yeah, we do.
All right, so I think you'll be seeing those pictures pretty shortly of the third bags that was made by Paul and his team.
Yeah.
And very soon you'll be showing us what the guys are doing now, and you'll be blown away. You'll be blown away. All right, so let's get back to the story.
Exactly. So we made the flat packs, and then actually the way we designed them, they could actually turn it, use it both ways because it looked good behind it was flat, and then behind there's an embroidery behind the character and everything. So that really sold out well to the stand. It was a hit. We did face a few issues with materials, but it was a learning process because we got some. It was actually funny. We got some jeans, and then it was the water. It was color fast.
So what do you mean by color fast?
The color would easily come out of it.
Okay, all right.
So we realized we had to change the material and went to khaki, and it was interesting. So it was a good learning experience. So that was it in high school. That was RPC in high school. The good thing was that
and at that time it was called RPC.
Yes, at that time was my name and the other guy who inspired me to start this. So it was
what's
actually
his name?
Ronnie. So it was actually Ronnie Paul Clothing.
Ah,
Yeah.
whoa, okay,
Yeah,
so that's how RPC
started.
Okay.
But then what happened was people just got stuck to the name RPC. They even forgot my name back in school. They called me RPC. So RPC, we realized we want to stick with RPC because it become symbolic of our brand basically. And we loved it. The spread. Other people came on board. And another thing too was we realized that after SS we wanted to make it bigger, take it further. So we realized I couldn't just put my name, slap my name and the other guy's name onto it, and the other people won't be able to identify. Might not be able to identify with the company properly. So basically, like I'm saying, it's a circular company. Different companies have different models, different branding models. You understand? Some companies run on the brands and images of their founders and the people behind it. Celebrities, etc. For us, it's a different model for us.
You want to go with the everyday kind of people, the everyday kind of personality, not really.
Yes, exactly. For us, we're saying the everyday kind of person, but the everyday kind of person who is true to their beliefs. You understand? We have people who are not exactly outrageously rich or high-end customers per se, but then they identify with our brand. You understand? And they call us up and you're like, look, we love your stuff. We'll buy it. And then you're like, oh, so it's this much. And we're like, okay.
All right, you know what? I'm getting excited about the branding. It's like a lot of thinking that's going into your branding. We'll get into that right after the break. Are you looking for where to invest your money for the best return? Hebron is a forex fund management company which trades on the biggest markets in the world, the forex market. At Hebron, we make sound analysis of the markets and trade.
Our offer, My Share Account, a pooled fund which offers you 5% monthly return on your invested amount. Multi-account manager account. This is a managed account which gives you full control over your funds and offers you up to 10% monthly return on invested capital.
So get on board and discover the amazing returns the forex market has to offer. Hebron.
We promise, we deliver.
Welcome back from the break. If you just joined us, I've been interviewing Paul Kweku Akrofi, who is the founder and CEO of Real People's Company, an accessory company which deals primarily in bags. And we've been talking through their trajectory. It's been very interesting and an engaging, vivacious discussion. Before we left off, Paul was talking about how they're going about their branding. They were Ronnie Paul clothing, and now they changed to Real People's Company. And I was trying to find out why they made that transition, what the essence of it was. I get from what you are saying that a lot goes into your branding. You seem to understand the psyche of the typical Ghanaian, and you know exactly where you're going. Who is behind that, and what measures have you really put in place to make sure that this branding will be a sustainable one?
Well, branding is essential, for any company to survive in this day and age. Even for a startup, it's good to clearly identify who you are and what your values are, who you're appealing to, who's your target market, and how to connect to them. Fortunately for me, members of my team are creatives, and they come from a marketing and branding background. So we're always on our toes with respect to that. To be honest with you, branding is difficult because one thing you have to do is consistency. You have to be consistent in your messaging, and we've made a couple of errors, trial and errors, and we're still perfecting our model. You understand? We're a growing company, and so there are a lot of things that are still not put in place yet. But with time, we're going to tighten up those areas and stick to that. It's branding as basically because right now a good thing, we used to believe that a good thing sells itself, but it's no longer true.
Yes,
you understand? Because there's major competition.
Yes.
And then you have to clearly be able to position yourself so that your customer knows who you are. And people don't really buy because people buy mostly out of emotional reasons. You understand? And if a person feels a connection to your product or to your brand, they're more likely to come back again because they feel like you understand where I'm going. I love what you're doing. I feel for you. And we can go there together. All
right, we're going to get into the marketing, how you're marketing your product, but I think viewers at home will be wondering, so what kind of bags are these guys doing that we so much, we are so much talking hyping it. It's not really hype, it's good hype because it's real. We've seen earlier on the bags you used to do some 9 years when you were in Fanspin School, and you've brought some of your bags here. So can you show us the bags you have? I am in love with this one. This is one of the bags. Do you have a name for it? Do you have a brand name, as in a line of bags? This one is this and that. Do you do that, or you don't do that?
Yeah, we do that. So this is the pack master. This is a pack holder. Basically, it's a backpack. This is our first major backpack that we made.
Wow.
We're very proud of this. This is actually one of the first samples we put together.
Wow. This is good. The leather is just superior.
Yes.
And you got the products, the raw materials from Ghana here?
Yes, we did.
Wow.
Difficult as it was, yes, we did.
And the suede?
All of that. Everything was sourced in Ghana.
Where exactly did you source them?
Well, there are various areas. We got some supplies.
You don't want to disclose yourself.
There are a few things that have to keep close to our chest.
Wow. But this is great. So you do the design, you draw with your team. Yeah. Then who does the sewing?
So actually, some of us are involved in parts of the production because we are a tight unit right now, and then we've got other people that we've employed to help us with sewing. So
how much does a typical? It's heavy and it's durable. It's like you can use this forever.
Yeah, well, it's got a warranty on it, so we have to live up to it.
Really? So what's the warranty?
It's actually a year. We have
a year?
Yeah, we have a
year.
Well,
no, this should last for more than 5 years.
But exactly. But we are saying that
after a year you can bring it back.
No, we're saying during a year, if it doesn't live up to expectation, we'll replace it for you. We'll sort it out for you. And it just goes to show the confidence we have in our product.
And how much is this? How much is this one going for?
This is 150, but it's sold out. So we're currently replacing this.
150, which is moderate. And these one too? Laptop bag. Right?
Yes, this is a. It's a carry case.
Trendy, cool, It matches with my clothing. So, what is the brain behind this?
Well, the carry case was basically targeting the young professional coming out of uni, transitioning probably from a backpack to a briefcase. Doesn't want to do a traditional briefcase here, and doesn't want to hold the generic ugly laptop bags that we've seen around. You understand? Yeah. So we made this basically for that demographic, and it's
and the feel inside is what is it, wool?
No, it's suede.
Suede, it's still suede.
Yeah, it's still suede.
Great. And how much is this one going for?
It's also 150 cities. Yeah.
Wow. And this is what I saw on your Facebook page, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's really trendy, simple, at the same time sophisticated. How much is this one going for?
It's 100 cities.
It's 100 cities.
Yeah.
Also a laptop bag, right?
Yes, actually a sleeve, yeah.
Wow. And it has for your...
Yeah, for any accessories that you might want to put there.
That's good. I told you that they are doing something great. I mean, there are hundreds and thousands of ideas we think about every day, but when you see somebody really implementing those kind of ideas in a very simple but well thought through manner, you have to give credence to such people. And these are the RPC bags, Real People's Clothing bags. Very great, very great. I mean, I'm definitely going to. In fact, they brought me these, so I'm going to take them home. Some for my family too, and definitely you have to go and get support our own. Now the whole idea is support made in Ghana goods, right? The way that the president is wearing made in Ghana shoes, we are supposed to wear made in Ghana clothes, made in Ghana bags. We use them so that the economy can grow. Now let's go to the marketing. How are you marketing it? I mean, what's the demand for in the first place, and how are you marketing the product?
Yeah, well, right now, let's just say it's mainly focused on social media. We do
social media marketing.
We do a lot of social media marketing. For us, the progress has been gradual, and we decided to take that step because we still feel like we're refining the product. You understand? Yeah, exactly. The product is good, but we have a vision for it, and we're not there yet. We're that passionate about the product, and so we feel like we're taking it in our stride. We're getting a lot of feedback, which has been very good for the past 3 months. Which is very good. So we've launched various products, the backpacks, the carry cases, and quite recently the sleeves, which you just showed. So that's getting a lot of traction too. And we're basically, what we're doing is that we're going to increase capacity to try and meet the demand, and adding a couple more different.
So you have a lot of people who want to get these.
Yes.
So how do they get? Do you have shops that they can go to and get them?
Currently,
or it's strictly by order?
Well, currently it's by order. But what's happening also is that we are speaking with some retailers who have contacted us, and some also we have approached would want to carry our products, and we're excited about that. The good thing is that we also. A couple of international retailers have reached out to us.
Really?
Yes, exactly. And for us, it just goes to show that we're on the right track, because one of the directions we're trying to go was to create a product that will have international appeal.
Yes. This is certainly international.
Not just appeal to the Ghanaian, but go outside. You understand? I mean, I don't believe we should be myopic with the things that we're doing over here. We should have a broader perspective. And we've had a lot of requests, and it's pretty good for us.
So is it a name that you coined, or is already there? Sleeve. This is a sleeve, right?
Yeah, the soft sleeve. No, soft sleeve is already there.
It's okay. And this carry case.
Yeah, carry case. Yeah.
And this was the backpack.
Yeah, it's a backpack. Yeah.
Okay. Great, amazing stuff. All right, I'm told that you have certain projects you do, and we'll be getting into that right after the break. Are you looking for where to invest your money for the best return? Hebron is a forex fund management company which trades on the biggest markets in the world, the forex market. At Hebron, we make sound analysis of the markets and trade.
Our offer, My Share Account, a pooled fund which offers you 5% monthly return on your invested amount. Multi-account manager account. This is a managed account which gives you full control over your funds and offers you up to 10% monthly return on invested capital.
So get on board and discover the amazing returns the forex market has to offer. Hebron.
We promise, we deliver.
Simbin's Furniture Clearance Sale has started. Buy any 2 rooms and get 1 executive swivel chair for free. Save from 35% to 50% on selected items. For living room top grain leather package, you get 1 to 3 seater, 1 to 2 seater, 1 armchair, 1 center table, 2 coffee tables, 2 table lamps, and 1 free area rug. Bedroom package comes with Sealy Posturepedic mattress, the best in the world. Available are Swarovski crystal chandeliers and beautiful, unique decorative items. For your beautiful furniture with quality, style, and uniqueness, see Simbins first. Contact us 0244 667 790 or 0302 764 175. All right. So if you just joined us, it's still the Business Startup Show. I'm interviewing today Paul Kweku Akrofi, and we've been having a very, very interesting discussion on his company, Real People's Company. I mean, they are producers of bags, and I've showed some of the bags that they do. This is called a sleeve, which goes for 100 Ghana cedis. I'm very much impressed with what they've been able to accomplish so far. I mean, with an idea that started some 9 years ago back in Fanspem School, I haven't seen anybody as much passionate about bags like Paul is. So what is the future? What does the future hold? I mean, you have Hold the Future campaign. What does the future hold for RPC? What do you envision in the next, let's say, 5 years?
Next 5 years, I mean, with the traction which we are getting right now, we're looking to break into West Africa. We also get into some retailers, international retailers have approached us. We're looking to break into the European market and the North American market, which is pretty huge. One of the things that we're also looking at is to improve our product. We want to take in a certain direction that, let's just say it's pretty new. And we're excited about it. We're excited about refining the product and getting it there.
Are you looking at diversifying your product line? Going to other areas, because I heard you say iPad stuff and all that. Are you looking at all those areas too?
Yes, but then as much as possible, we believe in focusing. When companies try to do too many things, they, it messes things up. They dilute their brand basically. We want to remain consistent with what we're trying to do. Solidify our product image, sort it out. Yes, maybe later on, but as for now, we want to focus on making bags and accessories related products. So maybe sleeves for your iPad, yes, still in the bags category, backpacks, travel cases, all of those things, but in that same category for now.
What inspires you?
What inspires me? I love well thought out good things, like creative stuff. I love to get the I didn't see that coming. You understand? I love, for instance, maybe this may sound cliche now, but a brand that would immediately jump to my head is Apple. You understand? Because it's not just the product, but it's the creativity in the marketing, the presentation. Apple can make a pen and paper and they'll sell it to you like it's the best thing they've made in the world. You understand? That inspires me because I see people have arguments about them. Like, I'm an Apple guy, I'm an Android guy. I'm like, what makes these people act this way? And the product is good. But then again, the other products are similarly on the same level, and yet, people feel a strong emotional attachment to these things. So that inspires me. And then I see, our local stuff. You understand? There's so much that has to be explored over here that hasn't been. You get it. Unfortunately, people tend to go with the hype. If somebody starts a trend, everybody's following it. Nobody really starts and saying, how can this be explored? You understand? What about this aspect? What about travel masks? What about huts? What about the northern food material that we have? You understand? There's just so much. Africa has so much material and content to use, and it's just unfortunate that people just like to go with the popular. The popular trend sells. It's true.
But
you can make money.
A short period,
exactly. But only for a short period. Exactly.
Because it's not original enough.
Exactly. But it's only for a short period. It's a fad. The hype will come up and some people will get born. If you base your whole brand and image on a fad, then you die along with it. And I think there's just so much to be done here.
So finally, are you making a lot of money from what you do? Because I'm looking at, the quality of the product and all that, and the time it takes, and the price is very moderate. Are you making money?
Yes, relatively we are. Relatively we are.
The margins are good. Your profit margins are good.
Let's just say right now, because we're in the early years, we just started basically seriously about 2 years ago. Let's just say right now we're breaking even. We're breaking.
As they say, time really moves fast when you are actually enjoying yourself. My interview for today has been Paul Kweku Akrofi, and he's been talking about his company, Real People's Company, what they do, bags. And it's amazing how one can be so passionate about the bags. The bags are quality, the bags are trending, and I think the bags are the future. Let me leave you with his advice for today. If you really want to be successful at what you do, find out what you love and stick to it, and you become successful. This has been the Business Startup Show. Thank you very much for audience. You can go to their website. You can also go to their Facebook page, as it's being called. You can contact them if you want some of the bags and all the accessories they do. This has been the Business Startup Show. My name is Abel Ohinyakwe. As always, be inspired to do.
As the sponsors, Mr. Reese Drinking Water, Grace Palace Boutique, Hub Accra, and AB Review.